What's good, IE Sports Radio fans? It's your brothers from another mother, the hosts of the premier professional wrestling podcast on the interwebs today. Your undisputed heavyweight tag team champions of the world, T5, and your boy, the SoCal Saint. This is the IE Wrestling Show. What is good, y'all? We are on the network that is your direct feed for all that is sports, IE Sports Radio. T5, my brother right here, he is the host of one of the new popular shows here on the network, the Crescent City Connection, that you can view every Saturday morning at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's noon, y'all, not midnight, just clarifying. Every Saturday, you want all your Louisiana sports needs, that's my boy right there. He's got you. He's got you on that, and he joins me here. I mean, it's official. I know we gotta get a new logo made with his name on there, so he's not. I don't want you to feel like you're not official yet, bro. But you official. So just want everybody to know that T5 is officially on the docket. He is the co-host of this show, and me and him have been having some awesome conversations here. If you've seen any of our last few episodes, the last couple of weeks, if not. Hey, if this is your first time joining us, welcome. I'm so glad you are here today. A lot of wrestling news to talk about. Got a lot of stuff to talk about. NXT is going to be going head-to-head with AEW in just a couple weeks. Not only that, maybe that particular episode will be extra special because they're probably going to be going a little bit to the extreme. But more on that here in a little bit. Also, we got some other wrestling news to talk about. We got TNA. I believe their final card for Bound for Glory is up and ready to go. And also we got NXT Halloween Havoc, which kind of sprung up on us. I almost forgot about it until I watched NXT last night. So that'll be coming up on Sunday. So we got a little bit of a packed weekend with wrestling action. You got Bound for Glory, and then you got NXT Halloween Havoc this coming Sunday. So with that said, though, let's give a shout out to IE Sports Radio real quick. T5, where can our lovely listeners follow IE Sports Radio officially on all social media platforms?
Yeah, you can follow us here, IE Sports Radio. You can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all over the place. Anywhere you social media, you're gonna find us.
That's right.
You can find us anywhere you can get your podcast. That's where we'll be.
We are
iHeartRadio, Spreaker, YouTube, especially YouTube,
Spotify,
all over the place. Anyway, Spotify, iHeartRadio, any place you get those name brand joints, you gonna get us. We're coming up, baby.
That's right.
We're coming up, baby.
We got our own website, too. If you guys want to join the official IE Sports Radio website, that's iesportsradio.com. You can join for free. You can create a free account where you can interact with us, the host of the IE Wrestling Show, and many others of all of our other awesome shows on the platform. Not only that, you can follow. There's official pages for each show, especially this one, the IE Wrestling Show. If you want to listen to this back catalog, if you're becoming a fan of the show, and you want to listen to some older episodes, if you like what we do here on the platform, check it out. It has the updated library of all the IE Wrestling Show's previous episodes, as well as my boy here, T5's Crescent City Connection show, as well as so many others, like our boy and fan of the show, host of the Yinzer Report, Ralph Khalees. He's got his own show page on there. You can check out the head honcho of IE Sports Radio, my boy Larry B, and his multiple platform shows. In particular, the one he's currently doing because of the NFL season, currently 3 and Out. You can check out his show as well. And if you want to throw some shekels our way, you like what we do here, you want to, help us keep the lights on here for IE Sports Radio, keep everything moving, keep everything going in circles for us, keep everything moving forward. You can go to the official IE Sports Radio shop. And what can they get, brother?
Oh, man, you can go ahead and get you some T-shirts, hats.
That's right.
Boom.
Right.
You can be fresh to death. Show up in the line, drop your kids off with the fresh gear on. show up at the gym. See the slimmies. What they still call them slimmies? Honey slimmies. What they call the ladies these days?
I think so.
She called the lady.
I don't know. I'm
you could
married.
be dressed.
I don't call them anything now.
No, when it's the match with the hat and the shirt, you're gonna have the whole fit on while you getting your workout in. Or ladies, you be on the treadmill trying to look fresh for the summer. Come on now.
There you go.
Bam!
Guys. Yep, the official IE Sports Radio logo T-shirt. We have official IE Sports Radio, hats and tank tops. And we even have women's T-shirts as well for your ladies, your special someones. And coming up, we're right in the middle of October. Here in Texas, it don't really feel like fall. I don't know about in Louisiana. It probably don't feel like fall yet, right? But in other states, it's trying. Yeah, I'm sure in other states, possibly on the East Coast, they're probably feeling it a lot sooner. Maybe further north, they're feeling it already. So hopefully, we'll have some IE Sports Radio hoodies available soon as well. I would love to cop me one of those. You can go to iesportsradio.com/shop to order any official IE Sports Radio merchandise. So if you guys want to do that, please. And don't fret. There's some other options for you to help us keep the lights on by entertaining some of our awesome sponsors like Planet Jerky, man. Planet Jerky. That's right. Planet Jerky is 100% brisket beef jerky, premium brisket beef jerky. This jerky's on a whole other planet. Ooh, yeah. The Macho Man, he always likes that, that beef jerky, man. I always was a fan of the Slim Jims, but now I eat myself some Planet Jerky. Yeah. Oh, man. Ooh, that hurt my throat a little bit. Planet Jerky, y'all. Go to Planet Jerky. Check out their official Instagram page at Planet Jerky. That's on Instagram at Planet Jerky. And you can order directly from their website. Boom, right there. You see that scrolling down below on your screen? You're watching us. That's planetjerky.net. Once again, that's planetjerky.net. And you can order yourself some delicious premium brisket beef jerky. Like I've said this every week. I keep saying it every week because I want y'all to understand how delicious it really is. I have tried it myself. This isn't just some fake little promo that hey, that we're paid to do whatever. It's not like that. I promise you, I've actually tried this product. This isn't just me shelling a product to y'all that I've never even tried. I have tried this. It is guaranteed delicious. My favorite flavor is the volcanic jalapeno. And I need to order myself. I say this every week. I get paid Friday, so I'm gonna order myself some. And once I get it delivered, I'll have a bag here if I don't eat it all before the next one. And I'll show y'all. Hell, even if I do eat it all, I'll keep the bag to show y'all that. Hey, look, see, it's real. It's
good. I gotta get my backup. I gotta get mine coming in today, brother. It's gonna be good. Ooh.
What'd you order, man? What flavors did you order?
I got that teriyaki, brother.
I've had that one. That one's good. That one's very good.
But man. I'm gonna pop the bag when my stuff come in. I'm gonna pop the bag on here. I'm gonna be sitting there snagging in between. I'm gonna duck my head down, nibble, come back up. If you see my head disappear, don't be afraid. Oh man, his internet went out. Something happened to T5. No, I'm on the air snacking straight up. That's how I get down with my beef jerky. My beef jerky game. That's how it is, man. That's serious.
That's what's up, man. And not only that, guys, we have another sponsor that you can entertain and show some love to if you need any sort of you got any special occasions coming up. I even told my buddy at work about this. His wedding is coming up sometime next year, and I was like, hey, man, if you're looking for that nice little je ne sais quoi, the last little nice little fancy piece that you need for your wedding invitations when you send them out, get some Seal the Deal wax seals. Seal the Deal wax seals is a product that is sold by the head honcho or the co-head honcho of IE Sports Radio, Mrs. Larry B herself, Cecilia B. And you can follow her official page for her products at Seal the Deal _wax seals on Instagram. And not only that, when you go to the IE Sports Radio official website, you can order directly from our website, iesportsradio.com/seal the deal wax seals. You got a wedding coming up. You got graduations coming up. You got birthdays. You got baby showers. Any special event like that, this is the kind of thing you'd want to add to your invitations, and people will say like, wow, that's really nice. Like, I wonder where they got this. Then you can start, hey, when you go to the party, be like, hey, those invitations were great, especially the envelope and that little seal you had on there. Where'd you find that? You know where? I found that at Seal the Deal Wax Seals on iSportsRadios.com. Like, come on now. It's a conversation starter, guys. It's a conversation piece. This is what you need. Check it out.
When you hood as can be and you try to look extra fly, you trying to show out. You try to show out to them cousins out there, them uppity cousins you got, and you try to show out real, real hard. Like, man, I'm sending these wedding invitations out. We trying to look fly. I'm trying to look a stuck-up Riverdale kid. I'm trying to show out.
Yes. For all your
there. Seal the Deal Wax Seals.
For all your bougie needs, Seal the Deal Wax Seals, guys. But don't take our word for it, man. Listen to the actual official products themselves right here. We'll be right back with you in just a minute, me and T5. When we come back, we got some wrestling news to talk about, and we'll get into the updated cards for TNA's Bound for Glory and for NXT's Halloween Havoc, which is coming up this weekend. So y'all don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We will be right back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, eSports Radio fans. This show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, Single A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
Hey there, eSports Radio fans. Be sure to check out our sponsor, Seal the Deal Wax Seals by Cecilia B. You just finished your very own wedding or baby shower invitations and you're looking for that extra special touch? Maybe you just wrote a letter to a relative or a friend and you want to add to their smile when they receive it. Then seal the deal with Cecilia's handmade sealing wax stamps for your invitations, letters, and gifts. You bring the deal, we'll bring the seal. You can find them on Instagram at sealthedeal_wax stamps and on Facebook, Seal the Deal Wax Seals.
For the last 10 years, iSports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at iSports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iSportsRadio.com. At iSportsRadio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the iSports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at IE Sports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the IE Wrestling Show with T5 and the SoCal Saint. We are back live. Thank you all for checking out and listening to our official sponsors. Again, that's Seal the Deal Wax Seals by Mrs. Larry B herself, Cecilia B, and Planet Jerky. Go ahead and check them out, guys, and please check out everything social media-wise and our official website at iesportsradio.com with IE Sports Radio. We're streaming live. If you're watching us, we are live currently right now on my personal Facebook page, as well as the official IE Sports Radio social media accounts on X and on YouTube. So we're on multi-platforms right now, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in, everybody who's in the chat. If you're in the chat room, man, give us a shout out. Hit us up. You got a question or a comment about what we're talking about? Do not be shy. Come on, this is a safe space. All right, this is a safe space for everyone who's a pro wrestling fan, guys. Even if you're not a pro wrestling fan, if you're just checking it out, it's a safe space for you as well. I don't know why you'd be here if you're not a pro wrestling fan, but hey, whatever. More power to you. So we got some wrestling news to talk about, brother. This was something that I've been meaning to mention. I'm like a couple weeks off from this little news here, but I thought I'd bring it up. I don't know if you've seen anything on social media talking about this or heard, but WWE has recently started to get a lot of their former talents locked into some Legends deals. I heard that they got former WWE Women's Champion, Hall of Famer Miss Jacqueline. She's under a Legends deal. I heard Victoria, finally, another former WWE Women's Champion, Victoria, is now signed to the company under a Legends deal, which I'm very happy to hear. Which hopefully we'll probably get to see her in a future WWE, 2K installment, because it seems like a lot of the people that sign those type of deals end up in the video games at some point. So that's really awesome. Just recently, also Hornswoggle. Yep, everybody was that little bastard. Finley's little bastard is what he was originally called before they gave him the ridiculous name of Hornswoggle. He revealed on his social media that he signed a Legends deal with the WWE. We'll see some appearances of Hornswoggle in the near future on television. Who knows? Maybe he'll even pop up in a video game. I mean, that'd be crazy to see. Let's see who else I just heard. Oh yes, as of this past Bad Blood, when Bad Blood was in Atlanta. Earlier this month. That was this month, right? That was earlier this month? Yeah.
This month?
The master of the diamond cutter, the 3-time WCW World Champion, Diamond Dallas Page, DDP, has signed a Legends deal with the WWE. So hopefully we'll see more of some DDP. Maybe they'll start having some DDP merch in their shop. Some DDP, more prominent DDP in maybe video games. I know DDP is actually going to be a part of the final DLC pack for WWE 2K 25 that's out right now, which I have. It's the WCW pack, which is really odd that they call it. I mean, they do have WCW wrestlers in the pack, but instead of him, just one of the characters in there is like they should have just named him his WCW name if it's a WCW pack. They have Mr. Perfect in the WCW pack, but they have him as Mr. Perfect, not as Kurt Hennig, but whatever, semantics. But yeah, DDP is in the pack as well, the Great Muta. I think Lex Luger is in the pack, and I forget who else. I think it's like five guys.
That's that fire right there.
Yeah, it's like the game has been awesome. The game has been real fire. There's been the most disappointing DLC pack, of course, was the Pat McAfee show pack, which
boy, they cost so much flame for that.
That was because it was a waste, man. They could have okay. Pat McAfee, that's fine. That makes sense. But the rest of his crew being in the game was just ridiculous. I don't use them unless
I don't know none of them dudes, man. What is you?
I don't
what are we
either.
doing?
I don't either. The only time you ever see me using them is when I'm using them to just lay a beating on real quick. You know, now I don't play as them at all. Nothing. You know what I mean? It just seems like a waste. Those could have been NXT talents. You're telling me that Obafemi could have been in that pack? You know what I mean?
Oh, they wildin'.
Yeah, exactly. Like guys that should have been in the pack that were on, that were on prominent on television at the time, or not could have been included in that pack instead of those guys. But whatever. Maybe that was.
Man, you could have put Hank and Tank in there for all that.
That's what I'm saying. Anyway, but yeah, so I mean, I think that's a good thing, man. WWE locking down some former talents to Legends deals. What you think, T5? You think this is a good thing?
Yeah, man, that's what's up, man. Especially if you can get them in on the game, because I'm like you. I play the game, and if you like, man, my niece and nephew have been getting into wrestling. When they would come over and stuff, we played 2K, and my niece would want to play, the women's wrestlers. I'm like, all right, we'll go roll with it. Right. So we got I got like the 4 controllers, you dig? So we all in there scrapping. So, you want to get some variety off in there. If you can get some legends off in there, like Victoria, like you said, Jackie, you get some more. You get hey, I heard Lay Cool's supposed to be coming back together. Supposed to be getting back together.
Yeah, I heard.
I'm just saying, tag team division. I'm just saying, man.
I heard Layla, I think, has been approached for a Legends deal. If not, she really should. She's kind of been like forgotten about. It would be nice to see her.
She's been ducked off for a while. I heard she had been approached, and they could be getting back together. Hey,
maybe we could see her and Michelle make an appearance in the the Women's Royal Rumble next year.
That'd be fly, man. You're not enough for me.
It'd be really cool to see. I know Mickie James is currently not under contract to TNA, so I wouldn't be shocked if they offer her a Legends deal or even some sort of wrestling contract. I mean, she could still go, and her husband is the SmackDown general manager. For all those who don't know, Nick Aldis is the real life husband of one Mickie James. Mickie James has always been a favorite of mine. I just as a young man, I was very enamored with her, and I still am. I think she's gorgeous.
Hey, yeah, her and Tara do a podcast together. So, man, maybe
I didn't know that. Okay,
maybe.
Cool. Yeah,
you might see old Mickie James. Like I said, she could still go. It wasn't too long ago she was TNA World Champion, and she was hanging with them young girls. She was still putting on bangers. Still putting on bangers.
That's right. She can still go, man. Got some news about WWE and Netflix, their deal. This was mentioned by WWE. Is he still a president? I'm not really sure what his job title is since the merger with TKO. But Nick Khan, who was the former president of the WWE before the merger, I'm not really sure. Like I said, is he still considered?
I think he's CEO and Hunter is COO, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, you might be right, man. You might be right. I'll check on that later, but you might be right, T5. But yes, Nick Khan, during a recent interview, which I unfortunately I don't have the source of where the interview came from, so that's my apologies. But he announced that WWE will be releasing a behind-the-scenes documentary series on Netflix that will lift the curtain for fans on what happens backstage in the WWE. The series will be modeled on Netflix's Formula One racing series, Drive to Survive, which is credited with the huge recent surge in F1's popularity and has already been used as the model for the streamers Breakpoint for tennis and Full Swing, the golf docuseries as well. So looks like we're getting a wrestling docuseries to go with the Monday Night Raw deal too. So this could be the first of possibly many additions to WWE's deal with Netflix. I mean, hey, they're paying WWE ridiculous amounts of money. What is it? $5 billion was the deal or something crazy like that. So, I mean, hey, Netflix has got to get their money's worth, right? So why not? This could be one of multiple docuseries and possible other live event specials we'll probably see in the near future. It's crazy, man. October is almost over. We are literally just 2.5 months from the premiere of Raw on Netflix. Monday Night Raw will be shifting for the first time ever, first time in our lifetime, brother, that Monday Night Raw will no longer be on cable television Monday nights. It's going to be on the biggest streaming platform in the world, Netflix. And I'm not just saying that because it's WWE's affiliate with them. That's a fact.
Bro, that is weird.
They set the model, they set the mold. Whenever Netflix really kicked off about 10 years ago, maybe a little longer, like as a streaming service, all other companies followed suit. They tried to follow that model. Like everyone's been playing catch up since then. Peacock, Disney Plus, Hulu, Max, any of those, all those are trying to follow that model. And Netflix is still the granddaddy. You know what I mean? They're still the ones that have the largest subscriber basis. I forgot the number just came out. They just earned another like 5 million subscribers within the last quarter. They're upwards of they're just under 300 million subscribers at this time, or I think it might actually be a little more than that. So, and WWE is about to be on their platform live every Monday night. So that's more eyes on the product than what cable television could provide them. Honestly, I mean.
Yeah, because they send you, like when you go on Netflix, they automatically have, hey, you might be interested in this. Bam, you're going to have WWE on there. Oh, you might be into this. Bam. Oh, you watch this movie, you might also be into this. Bam. And they're going to have WWE on there. And you might monkey around and be like, man, I don't usually mess with Monday Night Raw, but let me see what this wrestling stuff is, man. Bam, bam, bam. Or, your spouse or whatever be like, man, let me see what this is. Bam, bam, bam. And you monkey around and start watching WWE.
Yep. And they, and they already said, like, rumors are that WWE is going to be pulling out all the stops on that very first episode, January 6th.
I can believe that.
Year. It's supposed to be treated like a premium live event. So this could be, like a pay-per-view like event for the first Raw of the Netflix era. That's still, oh man, that is so crazy, man. So absolutely crazy. Me and you have lived through them being on USA, bouncing to TNN, that ended up becoming Spike TV, and then back to USA. You know what I mean? And it's been on USA ever since. Monday Night Raw hasn't strayed from USA, except for that short little bit of time during the Attitude Era when it was on TNN/Spike TV. So the majority of its time on air has always been on the USA Network, and now USA is the home of SmackDown. And like an NXT, of course, moved from USA to CW, and they're doing very, very well. The presentation has been great. The last 3 or 4 episodes they've had.
They've been finding their footing. They've been finding their footing on the CW. I did that. I did that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Especially, I was real critical. About that black, not black. The what they call it, the Fruity Pebbles NXT 2.0.
Yeah.
I was hypercritical. I was like, you know what? This is not for me. This is like peak MTV high school stuff. I'm like, this is not for me, man. This is 100% not for me. And every time I tried to get into it, I really couldn't get into it. And then they moved. Then they started to change. They started to shift when Hunter took over, and I was like, okay. I mean, when Hunter took over for
Vince,
yeah, and then HBK took over, and I ride with Shawn Michaels, so I was like, okay, let me give HBK some time and let me see me cook, and they started to change. They had some hits, they had some misses, but I was following the product again, and now they moved over to CW, and I seen them get their footing. It took about a couple of weeks, but I seen them getting their footing, and
it's been very strong.
It's looking pretty good.
It's been very strong, man. It's been very good, very good. Shawn Michaels, bro. I just gotta say, HBK got a type, man. If you know, you know.
Woo! Bro, time out. Flag on the play. Flag on the play. HBK got NXT looking like the women's show, bro.
Yeah.
They got from top. They open the show. They close the show. I'm like, HBK, what are you trying to tell us, bro? What are you trying to tell us?
They gotta give HBK a remix on that theme song. I like them thick. I know they're sexy. They got the looks that drives me real wild.
Woo, it's D-Generation X for real.
Oh man. But yeah, man, WWE, man, they're cooking, man. I mean, on all platforms. I mean, let's get into it, man. Monday Night Raw, man. What an awesome episode. I know a lot of people were really pissed off. But the end result, man. I'm telling, bro. Everything I've been speaking is coming to fruition. Tell me I'm wrong, T5. Tell me
bro, they was real life mad. Folks was real life mad, like, oh, I hate you. I hate you, Solo. You make me sick.
I'm telling lies, bro. Didn't I tell you something like this had to happen? Like, James.
Bro, I said either two things was gonna happen. I said one, either they're gonna cause a DQ, or two, they're gonna interfere and blah.
That's it.
That's how you called it. You called it. You said they're gonna cause old boy the champ. We thought he wasn't gonna win. We thought they were gonna cost him the first time he challenged Braun.
No.
And that's what we thought. That's how they were gonna get him in. But he ended up winning.
Yep.
But they cost him this time.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's even worse. He waited 14 years for this. 14 years.
Yep. Oh boy, so he gonna feel some sort of way. I'm here for it. I'm here for the cinema. I'm here for the cinema.
Bro. Yeah, everybody talk about this blood. There's people online, trying to hate on it, saying I'm over this bloodline thing. No, you're not. How can you be?
Oh, they'll be back. They'll be back. They'll be back. They'll be back with it. They had to go get their popcorn. They had to go refresh their popcorn. They'll be back.
Not only was Monday Night Raw, the ending was absolute cinema. I mean, Friday Night SmackDown, that's what they led to that. Friday Night SmackDown's ending was great. Speaking of Friday Night SmackDown, man, what'd you think of the Motor City Machine Guns debut, man? I thought it was pretty strong, bro.
Man, it was different seeing them not in TNA or Ring of Honor, like talking about.
But they
so it was different, man. But they was cooking when they started hitting some of their moves. I was like, "We back, baby! Motor City, we back!" I said, "We back."
It took them a second to like be like, because not everybody, watched TNA or Ring of Honor, or New Japan. Because
it took them a while to get into it. Yeah, new audience.
It took them a minute to get into it, but once they started hitting those tandem moves, and the fans were just like, "Oh, okay, okay, all right."
I like how Corey said. They're your favorite tag team's favorite tag team. I'm like,
yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Facts, 100% facts.
Yeah, Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley, they had a very strong debut. Awesome, but both triple threat tag team matches were fucking awesome. Street Profits, Pretty Deadly, and DIY was dope. And then you had Los Garza. Oh God, what was the other team? Oh, A-Town Downtown and A-Town Down Under, excuse me. And
Down Under, mate.
And Motor City Machine Guns, and I love their entrance. Their entrance was cool. The way that the gunshots in the song popped with the pyro, and then like the big gun. It was the presentation was on point. I mean, WWE, nobody can touch WWE when it comes to presentations. Entrance wise. I mean, I think that they're the industry standard. Let's just say that. You know what I mean? Like nobody can touch them. You can get close, but you can't touch them because. Their presentation is always on point, and then they made them look like $1 million. They made them look like the stars that they are. That one match, successful. It did what it needed to do, and this coming Friday on SmackDown, they're gonna have another fucking banger going against DIY, which I believe would be the very first time. So this is like a dream match we're getting on television for a future tag team title match. Shelley and Sabin against Ciampa and Gargano. man, if they give them enough time, I mean, hell, give them a whole segment, give them 30 minutes,
Give
man.
them the whole 30. I don't care. Give the Bloodline one half of the show. Give the other 30. Give the tag match 30. Let them cook.
Yeah.
Let them cook. I don't recall seeing Sabin. Well, I know not as a tag team. I know Motor City Machine Guns haven't faced Ciampa and Gargano as a tag team because they weren't a tag team on the Indies.
That's right.
So this will be their first time cooking with them, and I am 100% for it. This is a pay-per-view PLE, whatever you want to call it. This is a you gotta pay some shekels for this one, bro, and we get Nick on Smack Dizzle.
That's right, man. Yeah, it's gonna be great, man. I'm really looking forward to it. Like I said, I was very, very happy to see Motor City Machine Guns have such an awesome debut, and that just means one thing: they're definitely going to be in the game next year. I love it. Like, when we get all these new wrestlers, they're going to be updated.
I gotta create them this year. I ain't gotta create them next year.
Hell no, man. That's going to be awesome, man. I'm really looking forward to that. Their theme song, not too bad. I wish WWE could have worked out something and got their theme song.
You can edit it. They can work on that.
They can work on that. I mean, hell, they have to use it until the Def Rebel contract's up in just a couple months. So maybe they'll get an even better theme here soon, But speaking of cinema, going back to the Bloodline stuff, the stuff with Jay and the Bloodline on Friday was fantastic. Nobody expected Jay to even show up there, which I thought was cool. And him talking with Solo, trying to, like, I guess, reason with his little brother. And then the little comment about, he's like, but why'd you have to get Tonga? And then he's like, there's a reason why we never went.
Bro!
Look at that.
Bro, I was like this. I was like, I said, Jay, no.
What you talking about, bro?
Time out. I said, your family reunions got to be fire,
bro. And then, and that led to, like, later on in the night, which was cool. We got to see Jay and Roman face to face for the first time in a very long time, and Roman kind of sucked up a little bit of his pride, and told him, like, I'm proud of you. We all are. But Jay, probably thinking he's full of shit, and was just like, no yeet. He still ain't ready, man. But
he's still in his feelings. He's still in his feelings.
Yeah, which is, trust me,
it's understandable because he was gassing him up that whole time. Yeah. He was gaslighting bro the whole time.
Yeah, it makes sense though. I mean, like he has no reason to trust his cousin after the shit that they've been through, and but then later on that night, like Jimmy and Roman were, man, people want to say, okay, I know, like, it got off to a little bit of a rough start, this new Bloodline. Like, that's fair to say. But to say that they don't have aura right now is false, because this new Bloodline is been cooking these last few months, especially when they solidified their lineup with the Tongas and Jacob.
Yeah, boy.
And something about Jacob, man. He's just got that, bro. Something about him, man. He's got it, bro. He's gonna be something, bro. He's gonna be something.
I'm telling you, bro. When I got into MLW and they was rolling with Contra Unit, that boy was a problem. They was doing everybody dirty. They was taking that Contra flag and laying it out on people. Hell, Contra! That boy was talking about beating dudes to the white meat. You can't say that on TV, bro. That boy was cooking. He was a problem. And when I heard he was coming over to be with the Cuzzos, I was like, hell no. This boy about to cook. 100%. And sure enough, he be sitting there. I love you, my tribal chief. I love you, my tribal chief. Ain't got nobody touch you, my tribal. Boy, he be back there. I love you so much. Bro, when Jay got it, when Jay looked at him, you keep looking at me. So I was like, ooh. I was like, no, sir. We can't do this right now.
Let's do it, man. It's big business, man. It's big business right now, bro. I'm telling you, man, that pop when you see Jay, Jimmy, and Roman back together. Not only that, but then they're going to try to convince Sammy to come back. I'm telling you, man, it's happening. Sammy's going to come back. It's going to be.
I think Sammy might be the glue to bring Jay back. I think Sammy might be the glue to mess around and bring Jay back. I can see that.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I feel like Jay's going to be the one to have to try to convince Sammy to come back because
that's true. That's true. Because the last thing was it was him and Kev versus him and the brothers, the Usos. So,
and
I can see that. I can see the reversal. Yeah.
I saw somebody talking about this online too. Like, they're like, somebody had a really awesome quote. I can't remember who said this online. This was on Facebook. I saw it was on one of these wrestling groups I'm a part of, but they had this thing. I didn't even think about this because I was focused on just the Bloodline storyline itself, that I didn't even think about anything that could branch off from it. But this person was talking about Kevin Owens' heel turn recently, which has been really good. It's been very entertaining. And
I didn't think of that.
Saying that, can you imagine what Kevin's going to do when Sammy goes back to the
I didn't think of that.
And he's just going to be like, he's just going to lose his fucking mind, just to be real.
Yeah, because it was the same thing with
Cody.
The same thing with Cody.
Yeah.
We just got rid of him. Why is you helping him out?
Exactly.
He gonna look at Sammy, especially because that's his ride or die. He's like, bro,
man.
We just everything we went through with them, and now you going back to helping them?
Can you
just
imagine?
Like that? He gonna lose it. Can
you imagine? This could lead to a blood feud between them and to another epic match at WrestleMania between the two of them.
Woo! Because like the song, it's all coming back to me now. Boy, I'm telling you, they're gonna go back from the time Kevin Owens pulled up in NXT and powerbomb Sammy. They're gonna come all the way back to now.
That's the thing.
They had a history. They gonna come all the way back. It's gonna be, whoo! That's gonna be a WrestleMania match right there.
That's the thing I love about Triple H's style of booking is that, unlike Vince, he doesn't forget the past. He brings it up. It's a part of the story.
Vince will be like, it never happened.
Yeah,
the
audience doesn't.
When it happened in NXT, it does not exist. If it did not happen on the main roster, even then, we pretend like it did not happen.
It's gonna like, I can just see it now. Like, I can see Sammy trying to argue with Kevin and being like, I never held it against you that you cost me the NXT title, that on the day you got here, you turned your back on me.
Oh, so you're gonna bring up that? You gonna bring that up? I thought we let that go. Because Kevin likes to break the fourth wall.
Yeah.
Kevin is one of the smartest dudes on SmackDown. He calls out the wrestling tropes.
Yeah,
he calls out everything. He's like a viewer that's in the show. He's like, oh, so this is when the so-and-so is gonna come and interrupt me. Bang, they come and interrupt me. Right. He does it, and I love it when he does that. So watch.
I can see Kevin answering Sammy like that, he's like, that was just business. This is personal. All the crap that we've been through with the bloodline, and you want to go back to Roman after what he did to you? And you came to me?
Did not forgive you?
Oh. And man,
I'm here for this. I'm 100% here for it,
bro. It's gonna I could see that happening, because I mean, that's one thing I haven't thought about. It's like, man, where did Kevin and Sammy kind of fall in with?
I didn't. As soon as we knew the bloodline was gonna fracture like that, everybody started putting on their speculation hats. We're gonna get a bloodline war games, and everybody was saying, "Oh, it's gonna be Cody." I'm like, nope, keep Cody away from that. Yeah, it's gonna be Sammy. It's going to be Sammy.
That's why Cody's got this thing with Kevin's going on right now. I feel like it's going to end up being, especially if they're in Canada for War Games, for Survivor Series, it's got to be Kevin and Cody at War Games, not Cody involved in the bloodline thing whatsoever.
Yeah. Keep him away from that. Keep him away from that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Sammy.
Exactly.
It's gonna be Sammy.
It's gonna be Sammy. Yeah, it has to. It just has to. It just makes sense to make it the OG bloodline.
All,
Man.
all the stuff they went through, 100%. 100%.
Exactly. And then what did you think about that crowd reaction in Philly on Monday when Braun went face to face with Jacob?
Oh boy! When Braun got up, and Jacob was just standing there, he was looking at see what he did. He saw what Samoan dropped solo. He was like, oh no, he didn't.
And you just heard the crowd.
Oh, no, you can hear the boy's thoughts. You can hear Jacob's thoughts. He was like, oh no, he didn't.
Man,
I know this boy didn't touch my tribal chief. He was just standing there. I was like, oh boy,
that could be an
boy.
later down the line, man. Braun and Jacob could cook later down the line. That was a nice little tease right there. I love
when they do that. I love when they do that.
I love how they do that, man. That was an awesome tease, man. But all the pieces are falling into place, man. Monday was a nice was a nice show. A hot crowd in Philly. They were back in Philly again. I think this was the first time since Mania weekend that they were back in Philly. I gotta say this. Somebody brought this up on Facebook. I just had to share it on here because I didn't even think about this, and I don't know if maybe it crossed your mind, maybe it didn't. But this person on this wrestling page I'm on pointed this out to me, and I was like, "Wow, never realized it." But that is a kind of a funny statistic in terms of the Samoan dynasty of WWE. Bad things happen in Philly to the Anoa'i family. The Rock famously lost the WWE Championship to Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania 15, which was in Philly. Roman Reigns lost the undisputed WWE Championship to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40 in Philly. And then Jey Uso lost his Intercontinental title to Braun Breaker this past Monday Night Raw in Philly.
Dang!
So 3 major members of the Anoa'i family lost 3 major championships in the city of Philly. So the city of brotherly love is not very lovely to the Anoa'i family in terms of championship matches.
I'll be upset. I'll be like, nah, I can't do this. Not today. Let's back it. I'll be pulling a heel move like, I'm not going to defend that in this city. I'm not going to defend this title. He's like, wait, but Yee, we're with you. Hey, yeah, I'm coming down with strep throat.
I know. Man, I can't make that title match. I got COVID, bro.
No, man, I got COVID. I shouldn't have kissed the wifey. Man, I got COVID, man. The whole house got it.
I hate to bring his racist ass up, but pull a Hogan and be like, that's not gonna work for me, brother.
That don't work for me, brother. Oh, no way, brother.
That's not gonna work for me.
I'm not gonna do it, brother. That don't work for me.
Man, speaking of Philly, man, we gotta talk about it. NXT on Wednesday, not Tuesday, because Tuesday, November 5th, is of course the presidential election, national elections here in the United States. So WWE, being conscious of that fact that nobody will probably be watching wrestling that night, made the smart decision to move NXT to Wednesday, November 6th, where it will go head-to-head with AEW Dynamite for the first time in a very long time on Dynamite's normal day of operations. Because I know whenever Dynamite does their Tuesday broadcast, when they go head-to-head with NXT, it hasn't fared so well for them. NXT usually just lack of a better term, kicks their ass in the ratings on Tuesdays. So I wonder how this will go on Wednesday, November 6th. But not only that, WWE made it clear that it's going to be a very special broadcast. Tickets are on sale now. If you go to 2300arena.com and WWE.com for tickets, WWE NXT goes to the extreme, because NXT will be emanating live Wednesday, November 6th from the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia, better known to wrestling fans like myself and T5 as the ECW Arena. That's right. The ECW Arena will host NXT for the very first time on a live television broadcast of NXT. I am super, super excited for that. I hope they go to the extreme. I hope it's a one night stand type of event where like there's no rules. Like you gotta do something like that. Especially, it has to be some sort of special type of event for this night, especially with it being where it's coming from. So much history in that ECW arena. Terry Funk became the ECW World Champion in 1997 in that very arena. Eddie Guerrero and Dean Malenko had their swan song match in that arena before they went off to WCW. Taz and Sabu had their epic face-off in that arena, their very first time they ever touched each other at Barely Legal. I mean, dude, there's so many memories that come from the ECW arena, and NXT is now going to try and be a part of that legacy when they go head-to-head with AEW Dynamite on November 6th. What you think about that, man?
Man, when I heard that, I was like, boy, that's what's up, man, because a lot of people have, popped their heads in to the 2300 arena, the ECW arena, over the years. TNA has worked that show.
There.
MLW has worked that building. A lot of people have worked that building,
Sure Ring of Honor has done
RH Ring of Honor has worked that building. So, man, it's a lot. Like you said, there's a lot of history, especially for hardcore ECW fans, and that's like the Mecca ECW right there.
Yeah, that's Mecca for the ECW fans.
They're gonna have a lot to live up to, those young cats. They're gonna have a lot to live up to, man, going into that arena with that fan base. They're gonna have a lot to live up to. So I'm interested to see what kind of card they're gonna cook up with.
Yeah.
Because not only are you counter programming against AEW, but you're also gonna be in like the Mecca of hardcore wrestling in ECW, the ECW arena. So you got a lot on your plate to live up to.
T5, I'm putting this out in the ether right now, brother. I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out in the universe. Shawn Michaels, HBK, if you hear this, make this happen. He signed a Legends deal. I forgot to mention him earlier when we were talking about it. I want to see Javon Evans go one-on-one with the whole fucking show. Rob Van Dam on NXT at the ECW arena. Yep, that's right. RVD Legends deal.
Like him and Randy was a Styles clash. Him and Rob.
Yeah.
Boy, that's cooking with gas.
That's
right. Cooking with propane.
Like that match, bro. I want to see that.
That's cooking with propane, brother. That's cooking with some good propane.
I want to see that, man.
Propane utilities.
I would love to see that. Javon and RVD go one-on-one. That would be pretty dope to see, man.
Talking about flying high, huh? Hey, cheers.
Right. Hell yeah. Hell, man. Even RVD against Wes Lee, I think, would be pretty dope.
Oh, bro. That's the Sensei. Remember on TNA where Rob Van Dam popped up in the treehouse? That was the Sensei.
Dude.
They can call back. They can do a callback. What happened to you, bro? He said, I don't do that stuff no more. Do what stuff? I don't know what you're talking about.
Hell yeah, man. Bro, that I want to see, man. I would love to see some. They got to have some ECW legends pop up. Hell, have the Dudley Boys show up, man. In time. Bro.
Hey, bro, flip all that. Three-way dance. Javon Owens. You see how Javon and Wesley have been smart mouthing each other, huh?
Yeah.
Javon Evans, Wesley, RVD, new three-way dance.
That'd be nice. Yeah, do it ECW style where it's elimination rules. Oh, man. That'd be awesome, man. I'm looking forward to it. That should be a really good episode of NXT that night. AEW better step it up, man. They're going head to head.
Hey, they already announced Shelton Benjamin and Swerve. I'm like, hey. we saw Shelton and Leo Rush last week, and Shelton's still cooking. He still got the griddle out. The boy's still cooking.
Out of all their WWE cast-off signings that AEW has made, I feel like Shelton's probably one of the strongest. Because I feel like Shelton was still could still go. And I honestly thought Shelton would have been a lifer at WWE. I thought eventually he would have transitioned to NXT and helped train the future, because WWE, I remember they put out a video on their social media platforms, like praising Shelton, giving him his flowers. Even Shawn Michaels said that he's a first ballot Hall of Famer in his opinion. So, I mean, like, I honestly never thought I'd see Shelton leave the company.
He left before because he was in Ring of Honor.
Oh, I know. I just mean like this last time that he came back, I thought he wouldn't like leave the company again. Is what I meant. Like I never thought he would be let go, which is it's unfortunate, but more power to him to find a company where he can still ply his trade on a national stage. So I mean, I've always been a Shelton Benjamin fan. I know I'm not the biggest AEW fan nowadays, but I'm a fan of Shelton Benjamin, so I want him to succeed. So hopefully he has a better go of it as rather than some of the other WWE signings that they've had. Hopefully
because it's like a lot of people still want to cook, even though they're going up in age. They can still go. They still want to cook, so they have these other options. You go to TNA, you go to AEW, you hit the Indies, probably go to New Japan, and you're still out here cooking. And like I said last week, Shelton Benjamin got in there. They gave him time with Leo, and they was cooking.
Yeah,
he showed. We still got the gas on, baby. We still cooking. So,
right.
And it's vice versa. That's the beauty of the business now. You have these different places you can go. You leave AEW, you pull an Ethan Page, and you go over to NXT. Son out here cooking. He out here spitting facts. You leave WWE. You can go to AEW, TNA. You got Nick Nemeth over here, Bound for Glory. Come on now. He out here still cooking. He's showing he's still that dude.
That's right.
It's good for the biz, baby. It's good for the business.
It is good for the business. Very, very much so. Real quick, got a nice little. This is actually going to be merging racing and wrestling, and with this little news tidbit. So shout out to Daryl Kinsey Jr. and the Extra Mile, one of our IE Sports Radio shows, one of the longest running shows on the IE Sports Radio platform. He'll enjoy this. Big congratulations to WWE Hall of Famer Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh hell yeah! Stone Cold Steve Austin took first place in the Gold Rush 350 race. Since hanging up his boots in the WWE, the Texas Rattlesnake has found a new love for off-road racing, and he's dominating it just like he did in the ring. In his latest post, he shared, "I was nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs for those first couple of races, as you would be. Now there's not that nervousness. There's that anticipation. I'm still green. I am green, but I started off greener than grass, just like I did in my wrestling career. First place in my division at the Gold Rush 350. This win should also win my division in Valley Off-Road Racing Association. It's a hell of a season. Next race is Rage at the River, and that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so." He didn't say that. I just added that in there. But, hey, Stone Cold Steve Austin now found a new love doing off-road racing. I think that's pretty interesting. He got to do something to keep himself entertained besides doing his weekly podcast. So, congratulations to Stone Cold Steve Austin on a successful first place racing in his off-road endeavors. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Man, this is cool. I was hoping that I would hear something like this. Of course, me and you talked about it quickly a couple weeks back, but WWE is bringing back Saturday night's main event on NBC. It's going to be live on December 14th, so we got a little bit of ways away. But he also just recently inked officially on the dotted line WWE Hall of Famer Jesse the Body Ventura is back with the WWE. He's officially under a Legends contract as well, and there is already talks to have Jesse the Body Ventura be a part of WWE's Saturday night's main event. I don't know if he's going to be like on the commentary team, if he's just going to be there as like, maybe as a guest ring announcer, as a guest commentator for like a couple matches or what. But Jesse is back in the WWE fold since Vince is gone. And he said that is the only reason, because he has a good relationship with Triple H, and that Vince is gone. He's just like, fantastic. I'm back in, brother. That's awesome. So Jesse the Body Ventura is back in the WWE family now officially. And we could very well see Jesse back on WWE television as soon as the Saturday Night's Main Event.
That's what's up.
I know, man. I love like looking back at some of those old shows, and you hear Jesse and Gorilla Monsoon, God rest his soul. Go like, you gotta listen, Gorilla. Like listen to me, Monsoon, and or some of those old broadcasts where it was Jesse and Vince. I know they don't get along, but I know there's a lot of some of those old WWF broadcasts where it was Vince behind the mic with Jesse. You know what I mean? So it's cool. I mean, who would have thought that in 2024 Jesse the Body Ventura would be back in the WWE, as critical as he was about Vince McMahon for so many years, and rightfully so. You know what I mean? I don't think anything Jesse said it could be disputed at this point. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. One last little news tidbit before we jump into Bound for Glory and NXT Halloween Havoc. The biggest news that came out of this past Monday night, of course, was the departure of very popular ring announcer Samantha Irvin, no longer a part of the WWE. She had her walking papers. She was not fired. Let's just put it out there. And she did not, as other wrestling journalism websites wanted to broadcast, she did not quit on Monday night. She gave notice months ago. They just didn't broadcast that out to the world because
it's still a shock to a lot of people.
Yeah, it's still very much a shock to a lot of people. So Samantha Irvin, no longer the voice of Monday Night Raw or the voice of many premium live events, as she has been this past year, which is going to be, it's sad to see her go, because I really enjoyed her style of ring announcing. I loved the way she used to say Chelsea Green.
Chelsea Green. Oh man, that kills me.
And her very famous, very emotional calling of Cody Rhodes winning the championship match at WrestleMania. I love that. I know a lot of people gave her shit for that, but I think that was unwarranted because that was real, raw emotion. It's just those people that don't understand how real this can be.
That's like that's them old fashioned nerds and stuff, dude. Like everybody else loved how emotional she was with it.
Exactly.
They love seeing because they know she's a fan. She's a legit fan. So they love seeing the little post she has on social media of her reaction to different calls, different wins and stuff like that. And she was like, "Oh my God, he just won!" And she has the mic right ready and everything. And she does the call. Everybody loves that.
Exactly.
She has like a gajillion followers on Instagram and stuff and TikTok, and they all watch her calls, her reactions. It's 100% genuine. They love it.
Yeah.
They love her originality.
Yep.
Originality. She brought her own style to it. Like, Hailing General Gunther. I was like, yeah.
And so WWE, in her place, has brought in someone who I don't even know. She's not a Hall of Famer, right? I don't think she's ever received a Hall of Fame induction.
I think she is.
She did?
I think she is.
Maybe she is. Maybe I have to look that up just to double check, but you might be right. Lillian Garcia, very famous, one of the very first female ring announcers, at least from me and T5's era of wrestling when we were younger. Of course, the Attitude Era. Famously Lillian.
Yeah, because it was fake for the longest.
Yeah. So Lillian Garcia is back, and she announced it on her social media platforms that she's back full time ring announcing for Monday Night Raw. She is back with the WWE in place of Samantha Irvin, and I hope I can speak for T5 when we say we're gonna miss Samantha and her style of ring announcing. She brought a different flavor, a very awesome raw emotion, like you just described, to ring announcing. Really. A very much a fan-influenced raw emotion, which is fantastic to see because anybody that's a part of this business should first be a fan of this business. There shouldn't be anyone in this business if you don't love what this business is. I mean, like, if you don't love the business, why the hell are you even in it? That's my opinion. You know, I mean, you got to have some sort of love or appreciation for it to really succeed. And that's what Samantha did. She truly, truly succeeded in what she did every time she had a microphone in her hand. So congratulations to her and her future endeavors. I've heard that she really, really wants to go full in on her singing.
Yeah.
That girl got a voice. If you haven't heard her sing, you should.
The girl got some pipes. Got some pipes.
She got some pipes.
And she played a flute too, man. She's multi-talented.
Yeah, she's very multi-talented. So I hope to see her. I hope to see her come out, you know, with a successful singing career in the near future.
Yeah, maybe they can have her come back and do like America the Beautiful, something like that for WrestleMania or whatever.
Yeah. Maybe she'll come back and sing America the Beautiful on one of these big WWE events, at Royal Rumble or WrestleMania in the near future, sometime down the line. That'd be great. But yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people are really sad to see her go. She got a lot of love on social media from a lot of fans and a lot of WWE personnel just singing her praises, which, I mean, that's not really shocking to hear because, I mean, she just seems like a really all-around, generally sweet person. So they're all just really sad to see her go, but happy for what potentially could, be in her future, which is how you should be when somebody, decides to take a chance on themselves. So, I mean, so all power to her. She will be missed here by us here at the IE Wrestling Show, as well as other wrestling fans out there. So Samantha Irvin, great. You were fucking fantastic with your time in WWE. We wish you nothing but the best. And me and T5 are going to take a short little break here. We're going to hear from some of our other IE Sports Radio affiliates. And when we come back, we're going to go over the current match card, the final match card, unless something gets announced tomorrow on TNA Impact, which I don't know if they will, but because it's really close. But we'll talk about the final match card for TNA's Bound for Glory this coming weekend and NXT Halloween Havoc, which is coming this weekend as well. So stand by, guys. We'll be right back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere.
What's good, everyone? It's Drewski, the host of Heart of Texas Sports on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. On this station, we cover everything in the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area. From where we cover the Dallas Cowboys, the Dallas Stars, Dallas Mavericks, Dallas Wings, Texas Rangers, TCU, SMU, we cover it all right here every Wednesdays from 9 to 10 p.m. Central Time. Make sure you stay live with me on the Heart of Texas Sports on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
What's up, Pittsburgh? This is Ralph Calise, the host of the Injury Report on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Are you that passionate, diehard Steelers, Penguins, Pirates, or just a Pittsburgh sports fan? Then please join me on the Injury Report every Tuesday on IE Sports Radio, the direct feed for all that is sports. And I will update you on all that's black and gold, have you telling your Pittsburgh fans and friends what's up with Pittsburgh sports. Tune in Tuesday with me, Ralph Calise, the Injury Report on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Let's go!
What's good, y'all? We are back live on the IE Wrestling Show. It's your boy, the SoCal Saint, and my co-host here, my cohort, T5, back live with y'all right now. We went over a lot of wrestling news. We talked about what's going on with this Bloodline storyline. We talked about some of the new signees by WWE in terms of Legends deals. And the Netflix deal seems to be expanding as well. So a lot of wrestling news we touched base on today. And now we want to jump into TNA. We're going to talk about some TNA, y'all. TNA Bound for Glory. The final match card is on online right now, and the match comes to you live. I believe it is this Saturday, I believe. Yes. Bound for Glory will be live this Saturday, October 26th. That is this Saturday, right? Yes. October 26th. This Saturday, live in Detroit, Michigan. That's right, in D-Town, Detroit, Michigan, from the Wayne State Fieldhouse. It is going to be the 20th event under the Bound for Glory chronology. So yes, this is Bound for Glory 20. That's insane to think that. I know because TNA has been like near the a lot of people thought TNA was on the terms of being future endeavored as a company, but man, they shit, man. Things that'll last in an apocalypse, roaches, and TNA wrestling, apparently.
100%.
But man, they have a really strong card, brother. They have a really strong card for this weekend, and I'm really excited for it. The only match currently announced for the pre-show is their traditional intergender call your shot gauntlet match. It's a 20-person intergender call your shot gauntlet match, the winner of which receives a trophy and a contract they can invoke within 1 year for a championship match of their choosing. So they can challenge any champion for the World Championship, the X Division Championship. If you're a woman that wins the title or wins the gauntlet match, you can challenge for the Knockouts Women's World Championship. I know past winners, I believe, have been Bully Ray in the past. I think Jordan Grace has even won the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match as well. So, this is an opportunity for a lot of the young upstarts and young talent in TNA. I did hear some rumors that maybe we might see some NXT talent pop in this match as well. So that'd be actually really cool to see. I don't doubt it, especially with the ongoing working relationship between WWE and TNA. So that's very possible. These are the final matches that have been announced for the main card. This was just announced after these two matches were announced literally right after we went off the air last week, which I was like, damn, I didn't even get it. Why couldn't they announce it while we were live on the air so we could have broke the news? But in a one-on-one match, Josh Alexander will go one-on-one with Steve Macklin, two former TNA world champions going one-on-one with each other in Detroit, Michigan. That should be a hell of a match right there. Macklin and Alexander. I'm a big fan of Alexander, and I really hope to see him get picked up by hopefully by WWE whenever his contract.
Dang. You trying to kill TNA, bruh?
I'm not trying to kill TNA, but I would love to see him get an opportunity.
You can't try to kill TNA, man. He on there trying to kill TNA, bro.
I just want to see him because his contract got extended without his permission. You know what I mean? They extended his contract earlier this year because his contract should have ended I think back in January or February or something, but then they added another year to his contract because of injuries or something like that. So he ended up staying there, without really wanting to, because I heard he was one of the people looking elsewhere once the former head of creative was let go.
Scott D'Amore.
Yeah, so
because he was a Scott D'Amore dude.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it would be cool to see him pop up in NXT because he's already got a built-in feud with Ethan Page. They used to be the North.
100%.
So you can play off of that right there. These former, or if you want to even make it stronger, Ethan Page is solo. What if they reunited the North in NXT and not, instead of having them feud, why don't you make it seem like they're going to feud, and then what if Josh Alexander helps Ethan Page win a big match or something like that, and they reunite the North? I mean, who knows? You can go either way, but I'm talking out my ass right now.
He out here fantasy booking for NXT.
Exactly. Yeah, I got my armchair booker hat on. There's quarterbacks and there's armchair bookers in wrestling.
We all are. Some of us are just more quieter than others.
That's true. That's true. This is going to be a damn good match, I think. Hopefully, probably one of the best high-flying matches that we may witness this weekend. For the X Division Championship, Mike Bailey will defend the X Division title against AAA's El Hijo del Vikingo.
Oh.
Yeah, man. If you guys have seen Vikingo recently on national television, or if you watch him on AAA, I know he had a great match with Kenny Omega a while back on AAW. Vikingo is probably one of the brightest upcoming Lucha Libre stars in recent memory. Some people are critical of his style. Some people love it. Some people hate it. I mean, it just goes with the territory when it comes to wrestling. I like Lucha Libre wrestling, and that's what Vikingo is. He's a Lucha Libre wrestler. The things he does is just an evolution of that. And, sometimes do I feel like he may need to tone down his style a bit? If he wants to, be able to walk when he's 40, maybe.
Yeah, bro. I mean, like, please don't die. Please don't die, Vikingo.
What?
Please don't die, my home. Please don't die, Mio. Please don't die.
The way this boy be flipping, it's
boy be coming out like a cannon, boy.
Yeah, it's entertaining, but it does scare me. I watch it like this, like, oh shit, like sometimes. But hey, him and Mike Bailey could have a fantastic match at Bound for Glory, and I really look forward to that. I think that could be a highlight of the show right there. AAA versus TNA.
Man, it's like Speedball don't have bad matches.
No,
it's like
not at all.
It's like some people are immune to certain viruses and stuff. Speedball is immune to having bad matches. And bruh, him versus Vikingo.
Yeah,
I get it. You really want me to buy this. You really want me to buy this pay-per-view. I get it, TNA. I heard you the first time.
Remember,
when you said Bound for Glory, I was like, cool. Let me see how. No. You don't understand. We really want you to buy this pay-per-view. Look who's going against Vikingo.
Hey, remember I talked about it last week. That deal is still good on TNA Wrestling to sign up for their annual pass. $30 or $35, and you can cancel it before it gets renewed at the full price. They
really want you to buy this pay-per-view.
Yeah.
They are telling you without telling you. We really want you to buy this pay-per-view.
Very much so.
Do it. No. Don't talk it over with the missus or your partner. Just go do it. Go ahead. You have the card right there. Go do it. You got PayPal? We accept PayPal. Go ahead and do it. They don't care.
Next match on the card.
Break your happy home up.
Let's see here. Next match on the card is actually going to feature NXT talent. This was also announced for the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team titles. Spitfire, Jody Threat, and Dani Luna defend the Knockouts World Tag Team titles against Rosemary and NXT's Wendy Chu. I love the pairing of Rosemary and Wendy Chu, especially with this new evolution of Wendy Chu's.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I feel like she's more comfortable in this. I feel like it's an amalgamation of her two characters that she's portrayed on NXT. Whenever Xia
Dragon Lady
on NXT, she was like that. The Wendy Chu portrayed like that mystery.
The Dragon Lady. That's what we call her, the Dragon Lady.
yeah, the Dragon Lady. Like, I mean, I can't even remember the name she went by, but like that mystery, masked, painted face. Dragon Lady that was aligned with Xia Li for a short time on NXT 2.0, and then here came a couple months later. I guess that character just wasn't working, and then she debuted Wendy Chu, this sleepy character that was like babyface because she was tired all the time. I mean, it was kind of lost on me. I mean, I think she's good in the ring, and she's a very pretty girl, and she's a.
Bro, that was like I seen her wrestle like without the gimmick and all this stuff, and she can cook.
Yeah, I've looked
seeing her wrestle within the gimmick, seeing her wrestle within the character. You're like, bro, she makes it work.
Yeah,
she makes it work. She's like, she's supposed to be asleep. She's supposed to be tired.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, she makes this work, bro. It's wild.
Yeah, she knows how to work her gimmick. But now I feel like she's took those two characters and amalgamated it into what she currently is now, and I feel like it's hitting on all cylinders. I think it's been really good lately, especially the things that she's doing with Tatum Paxley. She had that match with Tatum last night, and she ended up getting the win on Tatum. And then at the end of the match, she stuffed her into a case or something like a travel case, and then rode off. Like, I don't know what the hell she's doing. What if she shows up with that case at Bound for Glory and Tatum's still inside of it? Like, who knows where she's going?
I want to see if she got the loaded pillowcase.
Yeah, you know. So I mean, who knows? What if they? That'd be crazy if they pulled the trigger and put the tag team titles on Rosemary and Wendy. I think that'd be for the first time ever. Two wrestlers from two different companies holding a tag team title together. You know, I don't know. I don't think that's ever happened. Wild. So who knows? Speaking of, speak real quick. I don't want to go off on a tangent too long, but I can't believe I totally forgot to mention this during the wrestling news. Formerly known as Delta, Zarya debuted in NXT at the end of the episode.
I was in timeout. Who is that?
Yeah. She showed up, man. I thought they were going to save her for Halloween Havoc, but I guess not. But, man, she made an impact already, and she literally did nothing. But the crowd reacted like she was a huge major star.
The tail end of the show. They spun the wheel with the little credits rolling. Next thing you know, she pulls up at the tail end.
Yep. Zarya. I think that's how you say. I think that's how you say it. Zarya.
I think it's like Zarya.
I think it's Zarya because it's Zaria. Zarya, right? That sounds like Zarya. Yeah. That's how I'm gonna pronounce it until I'm corrected.
So they say it next week.
Right, they
say it this week. So they say it this week.
I mean, that's probably a better name than. I mean, I don't think Delta's a terrible name, but I mean, it's good that. It seems kind of odd they left Stephanie and Julia keep their names, but not her. But whatever. I mean. You know, maybe it's because that she hasn't been wrestling as long to like have that name really stick. I guess. I mean, she's still very young.
Yeah, that name cachet.
And man, I just recently saw a picture of her. Somebody posted a picture on X of her. It's like, if anybody's wondering what Zarya looks like without her face paint on, and I was just like, whew. All right. I don't know if they're putting in the water down in fucking Australia, man, but goddamn, Rhea Ripley and her now. Shit. Y'all got me simple.
Keep bringing them over. We'll take all the imports. USA, the leading imports. The leading importer of Australian talents.
Shawn Michaels got a type, bro. Shawn Michaels got a type.
Hey, I told you, take a cute. No, Hey, we back, baby.
But yeah, I didn't want our show to go off the air without us mentioning that. So hopefully, maybe she'll make an impact on Sunday at Halloween Havoc. We'll see. Next match on the card. I know you're really excited for this T5, and you got me even more excited for this next match. Knockouts World Championship, Jordynne Grace versus Masha Slamovich, 1-on-1. Your excitement for this match last week when we talked about it really like piqued my interest, and now I'm like hyped for this match as well, man. I think these two ladies are gonna have a fucking barn burner. I'm going JR with it, a good old slobber knocker of a match, man.
Hey, they gotta come back. They gotta try that door spot they tried before. Somebody gotta get put through a door. They gotta try it again. I know it kind of got messed up the last time. They gotta try it again. They gotta take that big ass wooden door, and somebody's gotta go through that. Be a Grace driver or a suplex. Hey, these ladies was cooking. These ladies was cooking.
Yeah, man.
Before they put Masha in the tag team with Killer Kelly, these two ladies was cooking. So I'm 100% here for this one. Let
Yeah,
them cook. Let them cook.
It's gonna be I feel like this is gonna be a passing of the torch moment because I like I said last week, I think it's all but confirmed that I think Jordan's gonna be going to WWE once her contract ends. So maybe this is the moment that she puts over Masha, and, and passes the torch to her. Not in terms of just the title, but I feel like holding down the TNA Knockouts division. You know what I mean?
The new top girl, man. You know, because for a while it was like, who gonna beat Jordan? She's beating everybody. Who the hell is she gonna beat? Next thing you know, you have a re-energized, a reinvigorated Masha puts the Juggernaut down. Who's gonna put down the girl that put down the Juggernaut?
Exactly.
So now you got a new hierarchy.
Yep.
You establishing a new hierarchy.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it establishes a new a force to be reckoned with in the women's division. It keeps your women's division strong. It makes your new champion look strong without taking anything away from the former champion. If that's the way it goes, you know what I mean? If they choose to have Jordan drop the title to her, which I think is the smart thing to do, especially on your biggest show of the year, Bound for Glory.
Mm-hmm.
Next match on the card, I know we've talked about this last week. Three-way Full Metal Mayhem match for the TNA World Tag Team titles. The System, Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards, defend the tag team titles against the Hardys, Matt and Jeff Hardy, and ABC, Ace Austin, and Chris Bay. It's going to be a good match. Like I said, I'm worried about the damn... I'm
worried about the Hardys. You heard?
Damn Hardys, man.
Don't do it, Jeff. Don't do it, Jeff. Don't do it.
I just don't want to see that with their. I mean, because they're not boys anymore. That's why they don't have the boys in the title. They're just the Hardys now.
You ain't lying to nobody. You ain't no boys no more, kid. You seen your kids, Matt. You ain't no boys no more.
Exactly, bro. Maxwell is like almost my son's age now. I think like he's not a little tiny.
Yeah, we watched him grow up. Like time out. You ain't no.
Exactly. Matt's got 4 boys or 3 boys and a girl or something like that. Matt's got like 4 or 5 kids now, and then Jeff's got 2 girls, I think. You know, they're the Hardy men. They're not the Hardy boys. You know what I mean? Like, and they're just. I mean, all the big spots. I know it's probably going to be hard to talk Jeff out of doing some crazy spot, but I'm hoping that that's what ABC is there for, like to do some crazy.
I'm gonna do it, Matt. I'm gonna do it. Like no, don't do it. Don't do it.
You gotta reel your brother in. You gotta
reel him in, Matt. You gotta reel him in.
Next match on the card. This could be a potential good heavy hitting match. A former TNA World Champion in Moose goes 1-on-1 with Mike Santana. Mike Santana still trying to make a name for himself as a solo wrestler. Ever since the dissolution of his tag team with Ortiz back in AEW, in real life, not just in storyline, in real life, these two guys no longer, I don't think they associate with each other any longer. Their careers took them in different directions. Yeah. And Mike Santana is looking to make a name for himself as a solo wrestler. And what better way to do that than to try and potentially get a victory over a former world champion in Moose? One of the more dominant TNA world champions they've had in recent memory. So I think this should be a good match. Hopefully this potentially does. This could do one of 2 things if they go with it. They could have Mike get a clean victory over Moose, showing that he is on that next level, or have it to be such a hard-hitting match that Moose narrowly defeats Mike, where it's not just a dominant, it's not dominant, it's not a dominant victory. It's not a one-sided victory. He had to pull out all the stops and fight to his very last breath to get this victory. Basically, it's a victory in defeat for Mike, as it shows that he does belong in that main event level without actually getting a victory over Moose. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like,
you want to start making performances.
Yeah. Kind of like when Jeff Hardy faced The Undertaker in that ladder match back in 2002. It made Jeff, kind of show like, hey, he deserves to be at that next level.
Yeah, he earned his respect. At the end of the match, you showed he earned his respect.
Exactly, something like that. So I'd say that match should go one of 2 ways. Maybe I even like that scenario better than just him beating Moose clean. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it looks like we might be leaning towards like a system breakdown.
Yeah.
So if for some reason they went so hard at each other, then Moose was like, I can't put this dude. I gotta give everything to this dude. I gotta put everything. I gotta drop every bomb I got on this dude. And at the end of the match, he just ekes out a win.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes over to Santana. He's like, you know what? Respect. And then you got Edwards and the rest of them like, hey, what was up with that? What was up with that right there? You don't show nobody. You don't never show nobody respect. What's up with that? I'm just fantasy booking here.
Right. Next match on the card. Monsters Ball match for the TNA Digital Media Championship and the International Heavyweight Wrestling Championship. POC defends both titles against the indie god, the king of the death match, self-proclaimed, Matt Cardona.
Is now we're gonna turn it back to PCO after this match.
Right.
You 100% call that man POC. I'm like, what's a POC? I said, what's a POC?
My bad, PCO. My bad. Sorry. Hey, cut me some slack, y'all. I worked a graveyard shift last night. I think I only slept like 3 hours before doing this, so cut me some slack.
You, my friend, are POC.
Yes, POC.
Like, whoa.
PCO. My bad. PCO. My bad. But the storyline between Cardona and PCO has been, all kind of surrounding Steph DeLander and her loyalty, I guess, towards the man that she loves or claims to love, and PCO, and the man that kind of rejuvenated her career once she hit the Indies, like he rejuvenated his own career, Matt Cardona. And I know Steph DeLander, unfortunately, is at home recuperating from a neck surgery because she ended up with a neck injury. So shout out to Steph DeLander. Hopefully you have a speedy recovery and a successful recovery at that. We hope to see you back in a ring sometime soon, hopefully sooner rather than later. So I just seen on her social media that she just recently had surgery, I think this past weekend. So it was.
She wild, bro. She wild on social media, bro. She's like, hey, just had that neck surgery, and if you see somebody with some new cans, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. It's none of your business.
I think she said she shared a picture. She said, I came in here for neck surgery, but I decided to get a BBL as well, or something like that.
Yeah, bro. She wild, bro. She 100% wild.
No, but she's cool, man. That was somebody I never expected to reinvent themselves in such a strong fashion once she got let go from her NXT contract. Because I will say that, I'm not gonna lie, I thought she was a little forgettable during her time in NXT. I mean, she had a really strange name. What was it, Persia Peretti or Parada or something? I couldn't even pronounce.
I think Perez, something like that. Yeah,
right, something like that. It's just like she was. I didn't understand what her character was. I mean, her in-ring work was decent, but I mean, she was forgettable. But now, I would not say that. I would say she definitely leaves an impression. I feel like she's gotten more comfortable on the mic as well as in the ring. So she definitely rejuvenated herself positively. That and I feel like in a way that maybe once she comes back and has a strong return, that we could potentially see her get picked up by one of the big two. You know what I mean?
Man, like I said, or maybe what you would call them continues to rebuild their knockouts division. TNA has always had.
What if they build it around her?
And they definitely, like I said, with Jordan Grace potentially leaving, that could bolster their division right there.
Yep. Let's see here. And the final match on the card, the one I'm looking forward to, and this has just been added. So this adds a kind of a wrench, I would think, in
the stip.
Yeah, like a wrench in both of these guys, because I know both of these two men who are fighting for the title do not have any love for the man that's been announced as the special guest referee for this match, Frankie the Future Kazarian. Singles match for the TNA World Championship. Nick Nemeth defends the title against Joe Hendry. That's right. We believe in Joe Hendry, man. If they're going to do it, this has to be the night. They have to pull the trigger. Joe Hendry has to win the world title. That's my opinion. I got Joe Hendry for this match. Nick Nemeth has been a strong champion, but I feel like it has to happen now, man. Joe Hendry, give him a run with the title before he gets swayed away by you know who.
By Papa H and all them beautiful women's over there at NXT.
Right. Because I mean, WWE would be stupid not to try to make a plot for him after he's breaking social media records and just the reaction of the NXT crowd. He even main evented one of their pay-per-views for the title. You know,
and not for nothing, that NXT men's division looking kind of slim there, man. The men's division looking kind of slim there.
Yeah. Their women's division does look a lot stronger than their men's currently. So I think a guy of Joe Hendry's status could rejuvenate that men's division.
Yeah, don't let Papa H try to sway Joe with a bag full of monies and beautiful women's in the locker rooms.
That's right. But yeah, I think this is the time to pull the trigger and give him a shot with the title. That's what I'm going for Joe Hendry in this match. I don't know what kind of
I smell shenanigans, but I hope doesn't take away from the match too much. It's Bound for Glory. You got shenanigans, tomfoolery. Man, I hope it's Joe. I hope they pull a trigger on Joe, man. It's gonna be interesting, though.
I hope so. And that's it. That's the final card for TNA Bound for Glory. It comes to you live again from the oh god, what was the name of that arena? The Wayne State Fieldhouse in Detroit, Michigan, this coming Saturday on October 26th. You can order it on pay-per-view, or like I stated last week, if you go to TNAWrestling.com, they have a special going on their actual TNA streaming service, TNA Plus, where you can sign up for an annual pass right now, which normally costs $220, but right now it's at 80% discount. So you can sign up for it for $35 for the remainder of this year, and it'll automatically renew after the new year in January. But, if you don't want to, shell out $220, you can cancel anytime after signing up for that $35 special they have going on. So you can sign up and get Bound for Glory for just a mere $35 and any TNA Impact broadcast. And if they have a December premium live event, which they haven't announced yet or not, as well. So you get the biggest pay-per-view of the year for TNA and much more, their whole video library for only $35. And then you could just, if you need to, put a kibosh on it, or if you're entertained and want to keep it renewed, then keep it. But yeah, so that's an option for you, for fans out there, if you're wanting to see Bound for Glory this weekend, guys.
TNA out here like, shut up, man! What the hell you doing? What the hell you talking about? Shut up!
They're not paying me. I can say that. If they were paying me, I'd be like, no, keep it. You won't be disappointed. Shit. Oh man, so that's not the only wrestling action this weekend, guys. NXT Halloween Havoc. That's right. NXT Halloween Havoc comes to you live this coming Sunday from the Giant Center in Hershey, Pennsylvania. This is going to be the second NXT Halloween Havoc to be held live streaming as a premium live event. But the recent Halloween Havoc they've always been on NXT television as like a 2-week kind of a special that they've run, but this is going to be run as a premium live event. This event will be held at the Giant Center in Hershey, Pennsylvania, which will be WWE's first premium live event in the city since Unforgiven 2003. That's over 20 years since they've had a premium live event in Hershey, Pennsylvania at the Giant Center, and NXT is going to be hosting that this coming Sunday, guys. And the matches have been set, in Triple H fashion, just like Shawn Michaels going on the same kind of I guess playbook as Triple H. It's a 5-match card, just like most of WWE main roster premium live events that aren't the big 4. These are the 5 matches that have been announced for this event. As of this past Tuesday's event, which was last night, in an ambulance match, I'm actually looking forward to this ambulance match. Ridge Holland goes one-on-one with Andre Chase of Chase University. That the breakdown of Chase University, they gave Ridge Holland an opportunity to reinvent himself after he came to NXT, after the stigma that he had surrounding him with the injury that happened to Big E. And it was kind of like they were playing off of that. They turned that into a storyline that he was just hurting people, because then he was going to NXT and he hurt a couple people as well, kayfabe wise, not really, not like Big E. But, Big E never blamed Ridge Holland for the injury, but they kind of played off the real life scenario of that. And Ridge Holland got real personal with that, stating that him and his family were receiving death threats and he was getting harassed on social media, which was true, which is unfortunate. Things happen, guys. It's wrestling. It's not ballet. You know what I mean? It's not all his fault. You know what I mean? That happens. I'm not saying it's Big E's either. It's just it's a cautionary. It's a cautionary tale that it's wrestling. Like, anything can happen, guys. It's not guaranteed that you're going to leave the ring the same way you came into it. Like you hope that's the scenario, but sometimes that doesn't happen all the time. You know what I mean? Just you got to just be lucky that Big E can still walk around. You know what I mean? Thank God he's not in a wheelchair.
Yeah, but man, I kind of like what they were doing with Chase U.
Yeah,
and they took him in, and he became one of them. But at the same time, he was doing some, dirty stuff on the slick.
Yes,
and they were kind of like, hey, how did we win? How did we win that match? Hey, don't worry about how we won that match. We won. That's the point. Yeah. Don't worry about that. Don't look over it. Don't look behind the curtain. And
it made sense. Yeah, it was a cool little storyline they had going. They even won the NXT tag team titles, Andre and Ridge. And then they lost the tag team titles back to Fraxium, Nathan Frazier and Axiom. And that's where it set off Ridge. And he turned on Chase U, turning on Duke Hudson, turning on Andre Chase, and laying him out. And he's got this new attitude where he doesn't need anyone. He's rolling solo. And Andre Chase, luckily, I never thought I would see a guy in a sweater and a collared shirt be a tough guy, but lo and behold, here on NXT, you can see that, because Andre Chase, the head of Chase U, put a smackdown on Ridge Holland last week when he returned to NXT television, and now we got this ambulance match signed up for Halloween Havoc, and that was thanks to the Halloween Havoc Wheel of Misfortune, so to speak. That is the match that they will have at NXT Halloween Havoc, an ambulance match. That should be a good match. For those who aren't initiated in the rules of an ambulance match, you have to place your opponent inside the ambulance, close both doors to be the winner. You can't just place them in the match. In the ambulance, and the match is over. You have to physically close the doors on them, and that seals the deal, so to speak. That seals it as a victory for you if they're able to, get up and kick the door open before you close it. Then the match continues.
You must incapacitate your opponent.
That's right. Spin the wheel, make the deal. Spinner's choice match to be determined for the NXT Women's North American Championship. Because of the interruption of NXT's newest women's superstar in Zarya, formerly known as Delta, they haven't actually solidified what this match will be. But Kalani Jordan will defend the NXT Women's North American Championship against one of the 3 members of Fatal Influence, either Fallon Henley, Jasmine Nix, or JC Jane. So that'll probably come on the pre-show. Maybe they'll get a spin of the wheel and see which one she'll face and what type of match they'll have at.
They spun the wheel. They just didn't see. They just didn't see where it landed.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like we didn't get to see what the choice was because of the interruption of Zarya. So hopefully we'll get some clarification on that the night of the pay-per-view. Let's see here. This one I'm really looking forward to because of who's involved. It's just like my brain is going to explode for this match. Tag team match. The NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade versus Julia and Stephanie Vakir. Sorry, I think I went through puberty again. I sounded like I sounded like the pimply faced teenager from The Simpsons. Hey, Mister, you can't eat.
I'm out there with my manager.
But yeah, this should be an awesome tag team match, guys. Julia and Stephanie Vakir against the reunited Perez and Jade. I'm looking forward to this match. This could be a show-stealing tag team match. Julia and Stephanie had an awesome tag team match last night against Fatal Influence. Stephanie Vakir, man, she is so. I don't even know how long she'll even be in NXT because I feel like she's so well versed.
She got this presence,
man.
She just got this presence about her, dude.
Does she now, man? I'm telling you, I agree totally. That hot tag she got last night, that was one of the best hot tags I've seen in a long time, man. The crowd was cooking with her, and she just looks so strong. Like everything she does is crisp. Like you barely see if there is any mistakes. You know what I mean? Like this girl is just she's a solid wrestler. I feel like she's not long for NXT because of how strong she is. Her and Julia both. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Then the women's division is real deep. So, man, if you call her up, you better be ready to cook, man. That's better have your spatula, your apron, ready to cook. Don't diddle daddle like you're doing with some of the women's division up there.
That's right.
Get her cooking. Because right now the women's division looking kind of flimsy on Raw because they're not really doing nothing with the outside of the tag, outside of the women's tag division, and even the main title. Yeah. You know, it's wrapped up in a my boyfriend's back relationship thing. So I mean, you need to get these women. Who's gonna be the number one contender? Get these women cooking. If you're gonna call up Stephanie, you better be ready to cook.
That's right. I agree. Ooh, this could be a hell of a match here, guys. Man, spin the wheel, make the deal. Tables, ladders, and scares match for the NXT North American Championship. The D'Angelo family, Adriana Rizzo, Channing Stacks Lorenzo, and Luca Crucifino are barred from ringside. The match can only be won by pinfall. Tony D'Angelo, the Don of NXT, the current NXT North American Champion, defends his title against Oba Femi. The family is not going to be at ringside. D'Angelo is going to be one-on-one with Phoebe once again, but tables, ladders, and whatever the scares are going to be full range in this match. Oba Femi is looking to win that North American Championship back, and the fact that it has to be by pinfall, like you don't have to climb a ladder and take the title down, I think puts D'Angelo at a severe disadvantage because he got lucky, you know, if you want to say that, because he beat Oba with a roll-up, you know, and Oba is going to be out for blood, man. He kind of decimated the family last night, you know what I mean? And D'Angelo's got to really think about his strategy for this match. I don't see D'Angelo walking out with the North American title, honestly. I don't know what you think.
That's wrong because I don't see old boy taking 2 L's, man. As strong as Oba Femi has been, I don't see him taking 2 L's in a row, man.
No, I don't either. I don't see him taking two losses and so close back to back. You know what I mean? The way that he's been booked, I feel like it doesn't make sense for him to take 2 L's so soon. You know what I mean? So soon together. You know, I look at him and they're booking him in I would say the same style as a Gunter. You know what I mean? You want to make those losses mean something. This first one definitely meant a lot in terms of the title going to D'Angelo, the reaction it got from the crowd. Like it made sense. To have another loss come so soon, I don't think that's the smartest booking decision. So I feel like you kind of have to put the belt back on Oba in this match.
They wouldn't book themselves into a huge corner.
Yeah, exactly. Unless they do some sort of like, smosh finish where they're both incapacitated and neither one could pin the other, which I think it's kind of I would say that's a bullshit way to end it. So I really don't want to see that.
Yeah, you damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Exactly. I mean, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens on this match. And main event for NXT Halloween Havoc, the spin the wheel, make the deal, Devil's Playground match. I have no idea what that means, what the rules are for that match. Maybe it's just a fancy way of saying anything goes, but it's for the NXT Championship. Trick Williams defends the NXT title against All Ego Ethan Page. These guys have been going at it for the better half or pretty much the second half of this year, so to speak. Ethan has won the championship. He didn't pin Trick to win his first NXT title. He kind of fell into a pinfall. He kind of fell into a pinfall from, on Javon Evans in that four-way dance, also involving Trick and Sean Spears. And Trick was finally able to get a victory over Ethan in Chicago on the very first episode of NXT on CW. And Ethan lost the title to Trick. So Trick hasn't had the belt back for very long. Do you think they put the belt back on Ego so soon, or you think Trick is going to have a nice lengthy reign now that he's back on top as champion?
I don't think they're going to hot potato it again. I think he might finally get, another win on him, and that, I don't know. Yeah.
I don't want to see them hot potatoing the title either. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm going for Trick to retain his title in this match. Ooh, man. So guys, we got a full weekend of wrestling, guys. You got TNA Bound for Glory on Saturday. You got NXT Halloween Havoc on Sunday. It's going to be
tonight. You got Dynamite.
Yeah, tonight there's Dynamite. You got Impact tomorrow night on Thursday. You got SmackDown on Friday. We got a whole, pretty much the rest of the week is filled with wrestling action, guys. And I know we're coming close to our 2-hour mark. I know we can't go over that, so I'm gonna try to end this now. But guys, when we come back next week, we'll have some more. We'll have the results of both shows, TNA Bound for Glory and Halloween Havoc, and we'll give our staunch opinions on both. Our 5-star opinions. We'll discuss the upcoming Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia. That's going to be next weekend, I believe, on the 2nd, I think, right? November 2nd? Yeah. We have that coming up in Saudi Arabia next week for the main roster. So we'll discuss that card. And I know we were going to talk about it this week, but we kind of got a little discombobulated in terms of communicating with each other about it. But like we talked about earlier with the whole Bloodline storyline and the potential, a lot of the storylines at WWE have a potential to be cinema. And we talked about this before. Wrestling and comic books have a lot of similarities. And me and T5 are both big fans of comic book films in general, comic books, like that the whole world of nerd fandom, you know what I mean? Like it's so it says in the Holy Bible that the meek shall inherit the earth, and it has happened. Us nerds have inherited the earth. We are now what is cool, what is hip, what is in. and I want to do a special countdown on our show next week where we discuss our top 10 favorite comic book films of all time. WWE, WCW, ECW, AEW to an extent have all been very entertaining in a very cinematic way for a lot of us wrestling fans. And what better way to compare the two types of entertainment than to discuss our favorite comic book films of all time. So, I feel like pop culture has to be a part. I mean, wrestling is a part of pop culture. So what better way than to include some pop culture on the show? So if you're looking forward to that, if you got some strong opinions about our choices, that's cool. T5, I'm really looking forward to that, man. Yourself?
100%, man. Like you said, pop culture, comic books, all go hand in hand with wrestling, man. You have a lot of wrestlers in some of these movies. Remember Kevin Nash, the Super Shredder?
Yeah, right.
Ninja Turtles? Man, we had Triple H in Blade Trinity as a vampire. Oh, bro, that was wild.
That's right.
Man, there's a lot of carryover, and a lot of these wrestlers are mad into comic books, anime. The whole nine. They're about as big as buff and swole as they are. They're about as big as nerds as the rest of us.
Very much so. Very much so. So everyone that tuned in today to me and T5's newest episode of the IE Wrestling Show, I greatly thank y'all. It has been awesome. This was an awesome show. T5, from me, thank you, brother, for being here today. Like I said, you are a permanent addition to this show, man, and I'm so glad that me and you have clicked like that so quickly, man. It's been fucking awesome having you here, brother. You know,
it's the new week, man, with a new two-man power trip.
That's right. And guys, please do me a favor and follow T5 on his podcast, on his social media platforms. I have him scrolling right there below. Crescent City _IE is the official page for his show, the Crescent City Connection, and his personal X page is Who Is T Fizzle. So yeah, that's right. I said that so white. Who is T Fizzle? My bad. Let me put some bass in my voice.
Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest, son.
Yes. So follow him on X at both of those handles, please. And follow me at IE Wrestling Show. That is my official handle for my TikTok and my X account as well. And real quick, I didn't do this earlier, but I'll throw this in here. We got a couple minutes left, so I'm trying to hurry. Please go to faceofhorror.org/2024/Martin-Sandoval. If you have a Facebook account, please go to this page, log in, and vote for me. I'm still trying to make it to the semifinals. I'm needing a little help here, so if anyone could please do that for me, I would greatly appreciate it. You can just hit the free vote. It'll help me greatly. I really appreciate it, y'all. Please, guys, follow IE Sports Radio on all social media platforms, X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. On all podcasting platforms such as Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts. Go to our official website, of course, IESportsRadio.com, and you can order yourself some official IE Sports Radio merch here in the merch shop. Get this official T-shirt and hats. We got tank tops. Hopefully we'll have hoodies coming up soon. With that, T5, you got anything to say? You want to promote your next episode of your show before we sign off?
Hey, man, despite what you might heard, what's going on with the black and gold, it's Pelican season, baby. We back. We in here, baby. Tonight, we're in here cooking. You can follow me on the socials. I'll be live tweeting and stuff about during the Pelicans game. Follow me on the show, High Noon, on Saturdays on IEW Radio. I'll be here on the YouTubes and on the interwebs. You can follow me, follow the show. We'll be talking Louisiana sports. We'll be talking Louisiana sports. I'll be cooking Northwestern State because they're making us look bad. They're making us look bad, but I'll make it look fun. I'll have fun with it. We have a lot of fun. You kill some time on a Saturday, high noon, right here, IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. And that's about it.
That's right, guys. Please go ahead and check out his show this Saturday live on at noon Central Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Crescent City Connection with my boy T5. Yes, it is Pelican season. I have to say that's my second favorite basketball team just because my family heritage with New Orleans. But being from SoCal, being a Cali boy, I gotta go with my Lakers, man. That's my team.
Hey, I saw y'all last night, bro. I saw y'all trying to get everybody to cry tears and stuff. I seen y'all, bro. What y'all trying to pull? What y'all trying to pull out there, man? I ain't crying. I gotta go hug my dad. What you trying to do? What you trying to do?
Why you hating on Bron and Bronny, bro? Why you gotta
What
hate
you
on?
trying to do, man? I ain't crying. I ain't chopping onions, man. You gotta chill out. I'm a man, Gina. I'm a man.
Hey, man, history was made last night. I don't know what we'll talk about that later. All right, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in here to the IE Wrestling Show. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. We'll be back. Same IE Wrestling Show time. Same IE Show Wrestling Show day. We'll be right back next week. Don't go anywhere. We'll see y'all next time. Thank y'all. We'll see y'all. Stay blessed. Stay healthy, and we'll see y'all next time.